Hi. Hey, hi, hello. Before we get into today's video, I am going to make something to drink. My name is Misty. Welcome. I'm wearing a hat. I know, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. So I did a weigh-in last week. This is not a weigh-in, by the way. This is just a need to ramble, tell you what's going on, get off some nervous energy, kind of ramble. So if you're new here to my channel, hello. I am having surgery in 1 month. 1 month. C2 to T2 fusion, meaning about right here on my head to the middle of my shoulder blades on May 22nd, I believe. It's either the 22nd or the 23rd, one of the two. So we're still about a month. I think I'm filming this on Wednesday the 23rd. Don't ask me, time is a construct. Last night, I was like, how is it 8 o'clock? Like, where did the time go? And an hour later, I was like, how is it only 9:30? It feels like it should be later than that. Okay, so you guys know I preach about the scale. I preach about the scale, preach about the scale, preach about the scale. How the scale doesn't always tell you all of the story. I think the photo I'm going to use for the thumbnail will make sense once I talk about this. So the top picture is around the same date as the bottom picture, 2 years apart. So the top picture is from 2023, the bottom picture is from 2025. I would love to hear your guesses and how much weight you think there isn't a difference between the two pictures. Now, don't be an asshole and be like, you don't look any different. Bull fucking shit. Everybody can see that there's a difference. If you said 17 pounds, you'd be right. And it's not funny, but to see that much of a difference and know that it's only a 17-pound weight loss is bananas. I was looking at that and I was like, I said it to my friends, like, do you see a difference? And she's like, you look like you've lost about 50 pounds. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's only a 17-pound difference because I weighed in at 336 in that video and I'm like 318 now. So yeah, bananas. So the scale doesn't always tell all of the story. Okay. I'm not gonna cry. Misty, you're not gonna cry. We're not gonna cry. You're not gonna cry. So this is my strawberry shortcake hat because I did this. We talked about how they're gonna shave my head for surgery and they're gonna shave like up to, I think it's like up to here shaved. And it's been so flippin' hard. And my friend and I were talking about it. I was like, I don't understand why I'm having such a hard time with this. I said, because I have had short hair most of my life. When I first started this channel in 2016, I had long hair. And then in 2017, I went to go wash my hair and I couldn't. So I went that day and cut it all off. And I wore that haircut from January 2017 through COVID. I think I finally got my haircut in 2021 and then grew it back out. And it's been long ever since. But all through like middle school, high school, short hair. I only grew it out when my grandmother asked me to. She's like, I've never seen you with long hair. Will you grow it out? Well, I hadn't seen me like as a, adult with long hair, and I did. And then anytime there was a life event, a breakup, I think a lot of us do this where he's like, nope, just cut it off. And I've walked into a salon before and gone from, well, that time I went for the Pixie, that first time, I said I want it all off. And she's like, are you sure? It's like, I couldn't hold my arms up enough to wash it today, so it's gonna have to be all gone. And even that didn't bother me as much as today did. And my friend and I were talking about it, and she's like, Misty, she's like, because it's not really a choice. It's not your choice. And I was like, oh, yeah. Now, is it my choice to shave, like buzz it all the way off? That's my choice. But again, they're going to shave half my head. Like they're going to shave up to here. So to me, it doesn't make sense to have just a little bit of hair or like I know someone said an undercut, but again, it's like, I don't want to have to brush anything, try to wash anything. I don't want to. I don't want Rob to have to worry about it. I don't want to fuck around with it. So I was asking him earlier, it's like, do you think Great Clips will like shave my head or will they just buzz my head? So I'm planning to do that week of surgery, like probably that Tuesday or Wednesday of that week. So yeah, I've been really struggling with it. And honestly, it was a guy that was cutting it. I just went to Great Clips. This was wet. And look how bald I am. Oh my God. I almost told him to just shave it all off right then. Like, my sincere hope is that shaving it all the way off, look at that, will cause it to grow back. And I was watching James Welsh yesterday, and he mentioned that Olaplex has a new kind of like scalp thing. And I thought, maybe I should get that. So we'll see. I'm not worried about hair growing right now because I'm about to cut it all off, and I don't want it to grow until after surgery. So I got this cute hat from Hot Topic. I got a new purse from Hot Topic. I got a new wallet from Hot Topic. I just bought a beanie. Thank you, Deb, for this suggestion. She's like, you may want a beanie because your head will probably get cold. So I bought a beanie, and I won't be able to wear this. Well, maybe I can. There's like 2 inches between where this sits and where the incision will be. So maybe I can, I don't know. But if I have a neck brace on, probably not. So anyway, got a hat. Listen, my 5-year-old is taking over, and I have allowed her. I am so just a ball of anxiety. And this little baby right here, this is the first time she hasn't been attached to me in the last 4 days. I can't, well, actually probably longer than that. I literally can't even get up off the couch to go to the bathroom. And she has gotten to where she will walk in the bathroom and holler at me. And I'm like, I'm trying to go to your lip. I'm using the human litter box. Okay. Leave me alone. So bless her heart. She's been so clingy. And I told Rob, I said, the only thing I can think of is because I have so much anxiety. Like, I have so much anxiety. And again, I trust the medical team. It's just all the other things that are just incomprehensible, I think is the right word I'm trying to think of. Like, it's just, I can't even make heads or tails of it. So I have gone strawberry shortcake out. I'm going to march up in that hospital. Strawberry shortcake head to toe. I have a hat. I didn't buy the shorts. I almost bought shorts, but I didn't buy shorts. Got a hat. I've got a t-shirt. I've got slippers. I've got a bag. I've got 3 bags that are actually strawberry shortcake. I've got cups. I got blankets. I'm going to be walking up into that MFR strawberry shortcake out, and I don't give a fuck. I really, really don't. And then, if you didn't know, I love Highland Cows. I think a lot of us love Highland Cows because they're just so flippin' adorable. Rob bought me a wormie. So when I had my first surgery, I had a sloth wormie with me until they made him leave and they took me back. And so he bought me another one. He bought me a Highland Cow. Well, actually, while I was having surgery, he found a meerkat in the what is that called? Gift shop. And then just a few months ago, he found a Highland Cow one. So I was like, I'm going to take that. And then I bought a different cow, but that cow's too big. So I keep getting this ad. And I finally said, fuck it. I'm going to get it. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. Look at her. Oh my God. So this is from Build-A-Bear. So it just comes as the Highland Cow, but I got the glasses because duh. Look at the shirt. Emotional support bear. And then, I don't know if I told you guys this story. We just got new floors. They just installed them Monday, Tuesday. And the girl I worked with, I shouldn't say girl, I don't know how old she is, but everybody's a girl to me because I'm about to be 47. Anyway, I was like, do you guys earn commission? She's like, no, unfortunately we don't. And I was thinking that too. I was like, oh shit, because when I tell you we probably went through 30 different flooring samples before we found one that I could live with, we probably went through 30 or 40 before I found one we could live with. And so she was just very accommodating and she kept searching. And so she loves strawberry shortcake as much as I do. In fact, she said, yeah, my mom just threw me a strawberry shortcake birthday party. And I was like, jealous. So I had picked up a few things. And when I was picking up a few things for me, I went ahead and bought a few things for her, and I mailed it to the flooring store. And then one night last week, it was last Wednesday, there was the doorbell rang, and I was like, and it looked like someone from Uber was dropping something off. And I was like, well, I haven't ordered Uber. So I went and opened the door, and she'd got me this cute little bucket, and she had filled it with strawberry things and a few strawberry shortcake things. And one thing in it were these pins. So I put those on my cute little baby. And then I don't know if this is meant to be a bracelet, but it barely fits this cow. So it wasn't going to fit me, but I thought, how cute is this? And I don't even care. She's supposed to smell like strawberries. Oh, she does right there. Oh my God, she smells just like strawberry sugar. Oh, I couldn't smell it yesterday when I got her, and she was delivered by Uber. Because I was like, I just want her. Just have to have her. I told Rob, I was like, that's it. The beanie is the last thing. I'm not buying anything else. I'm not going to allow myself to buy anything else, because we're redoing our guest bedroom. We did that bedroom when we were balling on a budget. Like, I paid $50 for the headboard and like $5 for the nightstand. And like, we bought the bedding set at not TJ Maxx, Tuesday morning for like $25. And we really did that room on a budget. If we spent $200, I would be surprised. So I've been dying to redo it, and I thought, well, we're getting new floors in there, because I think I've explained this, but if you're new, what a video to walk into. Hey, hi, hello. So our washer flooded, I think it was 2022, and it damaged the laminate in our hallways. I'm pointing over here because where the lamps are is like where our hallway is. You can still see some of the flooring boxes. So all of that flooring had buckled. And my husband, and we have that flooring in the dining room, right here in the hallway, and then we put it in the guest room because we didn't want carpet in the guest room. So he was like, why don't we take the flooring out of the dining room and repair the flooring in the hallway? And I said, why don't we pull the flooring out of the guest room instead, because the dining room is open to everything else and the guest room is closed door. And he's like, yeah. And then I said, maybe I can redo it. And he was like, if you want to. So I did that summit thing, and I made a small commission from it. And I said, I want to use that money to buy stuff for the room. And he was like, you did it. It's yours. Do what you want. And so I did what I wanted. Initially, I was thinking, like, I found this really pretty patterned upholstered bed. But again, it was reminding me of like Art Deco. And I was like, ooh, I want to do Art Deco and this. And then I was like, do I really want to do Art Deco, or do I just kind of like that bed? So for years, I've thought about doing a navy bed. And I was like, but then we're going to have navy in like 5 rooms, because I just bought a navy rug for our primary bedroom. Our dining room is navy. Our guest bathroom is navy. There's navy out here. And Rob's like, why does it matter? And I was like, it is my 3rd favorite color, like purple, aqua, navy. It's my favorite neutral besides gray, to be quite honest. So I found the most beautiful upholstered navy headboard. And then he loved it. He's like, that's pretty, I love it. I showed him the bedding. He's like, I love it. We picked out the nightstands together, and then I picked out a rug and the molding. So I know I'm behind on this trend, but I always wanted molding and we just never did it. But it's the rectangle molding. So rather than putting up art, it's going to be an architectural detail. And so we're going to do that. And then I'm going to find, if I can, I told him, I was like, I want to paint it pink. And he just looked at me, and I said, I mean, like, remember when we painted, when I first moved down here, he had a house, and then we ended up having to sell it. And I said, remember when we picked that paint that looked white, but it like looked blue, but it was actually a white? He's like, yeah. It's like, I want something like that. I was like, I just want a tinge of blush. And so we're gonna go look for paint. And then he's like, I hope you don't expect me to do this now. I was like, you're working your 6th 70+ hour week in a row. I said, I'm not expecting you to do this anytime soon. I just have the money, and I want to I said, I'm buying anything that says there's only a couple left. And I said, because I don't want to love it and then miss out on it, because I've done that several times before. So I bought the bed, I bought the nightstands, bought the rug, bought the bedding. The only thing I have left to do is to buy lamps, and I found lamps that I want, but I'm going to hold off on getting them. And then I need like new curtains and a curtain rod and stuff like that, but just little diddly doos. And I told him, I was like, I want it to look gorgeous, because it's just, my style is very transitional, meaning I love traditional, opulent, like crown molding, big baseboards, wainscoting, like just, I love a craftsman. I like a Second Empire. Like, I have all of these traditional loves, like architectural detail loves, but I want it in a modern color palette. So if you've seen my house, it's like all of the colors. So yeah, I'm really excited. I wish I could talk you into doing it while I'm gone, but we can do it this summer, no big deal. But yeah, so I've done all that. And then I think the last time I talked to you guys, we were talking about an iPad, and I kept going back and forth on it. And then T-Mobile put them half price. And then they had, you could get cellular and Wi-Fi for the Wi-Fi price. So I'm paying like $15 a month for this iPad, because you had to do it with financing. I would rather not do it with financing, but I'm having to do it with financing. So I have an iPad, and Rob's like, don't you already have an iPad? I'm like, where have you been? My iPad died like 3 years ago. He's like, did it? It's like, do you see me sitting out here with an iPad? And he's like, oh, no, I guess not. I was like, yeah, I damn sure wouldn't be watching videos on this tiny ass phone if I had an iPad. So I ended up just getting a regular iPad. I didn't get the Air. I didn't get the Pro. I just got, I think it's like a little 11-inch iPad, which is fine. And I told him, I said, I just need something bigger, because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to move my neck, and I don't know how much I'm going to be able to hold something up like my phone. I said, so if I'm, if I want to FaceTime you and Roxy, or if I'm FaceTiming my brother, or if I'm trying to watch videos because he rules the TV when I'm in the hospital, I allow him to watch whatever the F he wants. Most of the time I sleep, but for some of it, I like to watch videos, or I like to read. I'm actually re-listening to some audiobooks. I would really like to get some more audiobooks. They're kind of expensive though, so we'll wait and see. And yeah, so then I bought, okay, so I can do a separate video if you guys want to see it, but let's just talk about it. So I purchased, let me open this box real quick. Like, Misty, I'm not gonna do any editing. I'm not gonna edit this out. Okay, so I picked up the undershirts. I got, I'm trying to show my I picked up the undershirts. I had picked up a couple of pairs of shorts just to see what size I might be in. And I really liked the basketball shorts. I picked them up from Walmart. I think I got a 3X. They are a little big, but they have a drawstring. So, and then they're not like huge big. They're not like overly big, but they are kind of big. Okay, which one is it? So I've been trying to find like little toiletries to take with, because again, I am planning for me leaving the hospital and going directly into rehab. So I have shirts, shorts. I'm not taking panties. I don't wear panties now, TMI, I know, but since having back surgery, bending over is almost impossible. So I try to make it as easy on myself as I can. So, and then I bought a pair of Skechers slide-ons, slip-ins. I don't remember what they call them. Those are fantastic. Oh my gosh, and they're so cushiony. I think I'm gonna love those, because I told Rob, I was like, I have a feeling when I'm in physical therapy, they're gonna want me in real shoes so I can walk, because I have a feeling we're gonna be doing a lot of walking and we're gonna be doing a lot of exercises with my neck and stuff. So I wanted to make sure that I had those things. And then I picked up a blanket, and I think I'm getting a blanket. Thank you, Connie. And then I have a tote bag that's strawberry shortcake. I have a toiletry bag that's strawberry shortcake. I bought a couple of like shopping bags that are strawberry shortcake for dirty clothes. I have new shoes. And then I don't need shampoo, so I picked up this from Philosophy. It's my birthday month, so I had a discount, and then blah 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 blah. Anyway, it comes with one of their 3-in-1 shower gel hair thing bubble bath. I actually really like those. I don't use them in my hair, of course, and again, I purposely don't have any hair. But it also has like a little perfume, and then it has the Purity Made Simple face wash, and then it has like a little one of their Hope in a Jar moisturizers. And I thought this would be perfect. I don't remember what this is. Fresh cream. I don't even remember if I like it. Let me smell it. Anyway, so, and then I bought like mouthwash. I gotta decide if I'm probably just gonna have to take a regular toothbrush. Oh, that's not awful. It's on my favorite. So I've got a fresh cream body wash. I've got a facial soap. Also bought another one. It came with a little perfume. I love Amazing Grace. It's one of my favorite scents. I'm currently wearing Coach Floral. Oh, I love that too. I am very much someone who is like fruity floral. This is more bergamot floral. Oh, I love it so much. But it's just little tiny and baby. You're like, Misty, you're having surgery. Why would you want perfume? Because I like to smell good. I put perfume on when I get up in the morning to go somewhere, even just stay home, and I put perfume on when I go to bed because I like to smell good. And one of the things I'm gonna run into is, shoot, I meant to buy a body lotion. I guess I didn't. Maybe I thought something, I got one of the bags from Ulta. I'll go through that somewhere later. The other thing I picked up was this from Peach and Lily. This is one of their discovery sets. I have 2 things that I have to make sure I do while I'm gone. Number one is I have to make sure that I am staying up with my body care. So I have the Curacell foot salve or whatever. It's an exfoliating salve that helps keep my heels from cracking. It basically just has salicylic acid in it. It's fantastic. I have to stay up on my body care because I can't allow my skin to get so dry, especially in the summer, that it cracks. And like, I have to do whatever I can do to avoid any kind of infection. And then I have to stay on top of my face skincare too, because my face gets so flippin' dry. Like right now, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's so dry. So I've tried a few things from Peach and Lily, and I was just like, I just need like little things. I just want little things that I can take with me. So there's a serum, there's a moisturizer, and I love their gel cleanser. So, and I don't know that I need both of those, but I'm currently using a Purity Made Simple, and I absolutely love it. And then there's like an essence. So I thought, okay, this will be perfect to put in my little thing and take with. I got a mouthwash, Poopery. I don't have any of this, but I thought, well, if I'm gonna be around other people and having to use the bathroom, so I'll take that with me. And then, so yeah, so I gotta figure out the toothbrush situation, and I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for body lotion. I have a couple of little pumps. I may just bring one of those with. So yeah, nervous energy. Like I have so much nervous energy, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna film all these videos for my channels, and no, not happening. I do have a collab that's going up on May 2nd. We're doing a big Pride collab. We're also doing a Pride collab on June the 6th with some crafty friends, and so that's gonna happen. So I'm gonna film for that. But the other part, plus those videos have got like, one of them has like 75 views, I think. And I told Rob today, is like, my card making videos take me literal hours to film and then an hour or so to edit. And I said, it's just not worth it right now for me. That's too much energy expenditure for what I'm getting back. And while I appreciate everybody that watches my videos, at the end of the day, I have to like give myself some grace and allow myself to just be in this moment, appreciate what's happening, being here with him as much as I can, you know, be with Roxy, just kind of surround myself with my little family here to help me just kind of stay on track. So, oh, thank you to everyone who said that that's the correct water weight. I didn't Google it. I was just like, what? So that's good. And so I've been on the metformin and stuff now for a week. I just did my second shot of Mounjaro at 12.5. My blood sugars have started to come down. The lowest I've gotten so far is 140. So that's good. The metformin has me in the bathroom every day, all day. So I've got to I'm going to give it a few more days. And if it doesn't stop, then I'm going to have to go down to 1 metformin a day. I mean, I did say, hey, can I have metformin to kind of stop me from not going? But we've gone in the complete opposite direction at the dosage that I'm at. And I just don't feel like I need it that high right now. I need it to calm the fuck down is what I need it to do. So yeah, that was a lot of jibber jabber. I have a Spravato treatment on this Friday. I have therapy on Monday. I'm finally got, oh my gosh, did I tell you guys about trying to call and make an appointment with the cardiologist? If I'm repeating myself, I apologize, but here we go. So I got a referral to a cardiologist from my neurosurgeon because they want me to have cardiac clearance before we can go forward with surgery. So it's like, okay. So she gave me the information. She's like, I sent it in today, give it a few days. So I gave it like 4 days and I called to schedule an appointment and they were like, he only has 1 appointment available. It's on the 22nd. Would you like it? And I said, and I had already said, hi, my name is Misty Levine. I'm calling because there's a referral because I'm having surgery on the 22nd or the 23rd of May. You know, I need clearance for that. And so when she said May 22nd, I was like, no, I may be having surgery that day or the next day. I said, so I can't, that's too late. I can't do it. So, and then we talked about seeing a nurse practitioner and I was like, let me make sure that the doctor is okay with me seeing a nurse practitioner before I schedule with the nurse practitioner. So reach out to my doctor. Her medical assistant is on the ball. She gets back with me through my chart real quick. And she was like, yeah, no, that shouldn't be a problem. So I called back and I got somebody else and we were talking about it. She's like, no, you can't see the nurse practitioner because the referral was for a doctor or a different doctor for this specific doctor. And I said, but that specific doctor doesn't have any appointments before my surgery. And I need to see a cardiologist for clearance before surgery. She's like, give me just a second. So she went off and did something and she came back. She's like, we can get you in to see a different doctor. So I go May the 5th. May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, I will be at the cardiologist. I've already told Rob, I know where the building is. It doesn't look very big. I need to call them and see their vicinity to the elevator because they are upstairs. I can get my rollator in and out of the Uber if I have to, because again, he's worked 6 70-hour weeks in a row. And that's like I think it was last week or the week before, he worked like 83 hours. So I'm trying to be respectful of his time, trying to make sure he gets some rest. And I was just like, because when I said that, I said, I don't expect you to do that. And he was like, good. And I said, I don't expect you to mow the lawn either. I said, but you won't let me call somebody to come do it for you. I said, I am okay with getting you some help. I said, you are the one that doesn't want me to get you help. So I'm trying to take as much stuff off your plate as possible. And, you know, you're just not allowing me to do it. So yeah, anywho, but that's it. So I will feel better once my hospital bag is packed and ready to go. Thank you for, I don't remember who said it. Number 1, I am so sorry that you're going through all of that. I can't even imagine. Number 2, I found that on Amazon. It's a little spendy. I'll talk with the nutritionist in the hospital and at rehab to see if that's something that they can get for me. But I'm definitely interested in that. So I appreciate it. So blood sugars are coming down. Got the iPad. Do I need a pencil? Like, I don't even know if I had a 1st generation iPad Pro, and I don't think I had a pencil for that. I don't think I need one. Oh, I found, I have to get some in-ears because I have over the ears right now, but I feel like where that brace is going to sit is going to go like right where my ear headphones would be. So, because these are the ones I wear. Uh-oh, dropped mine. Yeah, see how far they come down? And if I can't wear them any higher because that is uncomfortable and I have big ears. So I picked up some in-ears. Like I'm just trying to make sure that I have every little thing, all my T's crossed and I's dotted, and just all of it just ready to go. I just want to be prepared, super prepared, over prepared. And I told him, and that's why I told him, I was like, you know, I'm gonna have my bag packed, ready to go. I said, but I may or may not need it. You know what I mean? The other thing I was thinking about is a bra, because I have the biggest boobies of my life, and they're more deflated every day. And my concern is that it already pulls down, but I was like, getting in and out of a bra is already a challenge. I don't know that I want to try it. I thought I bought what's it called? The athletic bra. You guys know what I'm talking about. Where you don't have to unbuckle anything. I thought I'd bought one, but I didn't. So I told Rob, I was like, I'm just gonna skip it for now. And I said, if push comes to shove, I will just wear whatever bra that I have in the closet. That's where I keep them, they hang up. But yeah, so anyway, that's it. A lot of jibber jabber. We got Barry the cow. Her so cute. We got a hat for when I have to shave my head. 2 strawberry shortcake cups. I told Rob yesterday, I said, I don't want us to go out to eat for my birthday, because my birthday is the 29th. It's next Tuesday. And he's like, what do you want instead? I said, lamps. Like, I want to buy all of the stuff for our guest bedroom and just have it, even if it sits in that room for 4 or 5 months. I said, I'm fine with that. I said, I just want to have everything that I love and not lose out on it because it's gone out of sale or whatever, gone off sale or been sold out or whatever. So we'll see if I get the lamps. I don't know. I'm trying not to buy anything else. Strawberry shortcake, at least. I'm like, okay, Missy, you've got enough. Like, you don't need anything else, nothing else. So yeah, that's it. That's it. That's a whole fucking lot. I know. I'm gonna just try to just stay in good spirits and, you know, just with the belief that everything is going to be fine. I'm going to be okay. Is this going to be painful? Hell to the yeah. Do I already live in pain? Hell to the yeah. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. As long as I get even if I just get 50% relief, that is 50% more that I could do than I could do now. And I'm getting weaker. I told Rob the other day, I was like, I don't even need to see a new MRI to know that I've gotten worse and my arms have gotten weaker. It's just like today I took a shower and went and got a haircut, and I didn't do anything else the rest of the day. This is what I've done, and I'm just sitting here. But going to go get the tripod and stuff like that, it's just like, God dang, it's awful and I hate it. So the surgery is necessary, but the surgery is big scary. It's big scary. They're messing with my spinal cord. They're like, I have no frame of reference for this other than the back surgery I had. But the back surgery was something that's completely different. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I could have gone home next, two days. I went home after the 3rd day. I could have gone home at the 2nd day if I felt like I wanted to, and I didn't. So yeah, and now we're coming up on the anniversary of, oh my God, the other night, was that Saturday? I can't remember if it was Friday or Saturday. My brother texted me a picture, and it was my nephew in the bathtub. And I was like, you guys got storms? He's like, yeah, there's like a storm right now. And I looked on the radar and I was like, holy fuck. Ardmore area had 3 or 4 different tornado warnings, and one was really not far from where he was. And I told Rob, I was like, well, I found I had my chest hurt all day, all day. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know if this is anxiety. I don't know if I'm having asthma issues. I said, I don't know. I was like, but my chest hurts so bad. Like it just hurt so bad. And so Bo texted and was talking about storms, and then I looked, and then I was like, oh, you're the reason why my chest is hurt all day. I've had some anxiety because I've told you guys before, the day we had that huge tornado where I live, I woke up that morning and told Rob, I was like, we got to get out of town. I said, I don't care if we go to Florida, New York, California, we have got to go. I said, something is telling me that we have got to go. And then I took a nap and woke up and we couldn't go. And the tornado ripped through our town. I think it was like an E4, and it was huge. And it was like 2 blocks away. Heard the roar, heard the debris. Probably the closest I've been to a tornado in a hot minute. And like I said, I woke up that morning, and then anytime now that my intuition is like, hey, pay attention, I get pains in my chest. So, and after that passed, fine. It's fine. And I was like, okay, intuition, thank you very much. But it was super humid that day, and my asthma is triggered by the humidity. And I thought, damn, is this asthma? Like I was literally going to do a breathing treatment. And then my brother texted, and I was like, oh. And then he was like, yeah, I already told somebody that if they don't hear from me, come check on him. And I was like, fuck. I was like, don't say that. Don't tell me that. I'm all the way down here. I can't get to you. There's nothing I can do. It reminds me of, God, when was that? I lived in Tulsa. There was a tornado basically ripped through my hometown. And it's back when my mother and I were still talking, and she called me. She's like, call your brother, tell him to turn around. He's trying to come home, and the storm is headed this way. We're in the cellar. So I called him and I said, Bo, turn around. He's like, I can't, I've got to get to Lily. I said, Bo, turn around. It's coming your way. Turn around. She's in the cellar with mom. You will be okay. She will be okay. Turn around. And if he hadn't turned around, he wouldn't be here today. And he lost a couple of friends in that tornado. And so it's just like, I had flashback to that. I was like, shit, I can't do this. I already have crippling storm anxiety. And he went to bed. It's like, I'll keep an eye on the weather and I'll text you. And then like he'd been asleep for probably 2 hours, and they had another tornado warning. And I texted him, I said, there's another tornado warning. He didn't answer it. He was asleep. So, it is what it is. But I was just like, I cannot believe that's where, like, it was like my intuition saying, something's happening. And I've got to remember to reach out to everybody I love and be like, are you okay? My chest hurts. Are you okay? So yeah. So anyway, that was a scary night because Sulphur had a tornado warning, and they had just had that tornado last year. Marietta and Thackerville just had those tornadoes last year. Well, not Thackerville. I think, was that just last year? That was just last year. So it was like, and around the same time too. I think that was like April 26th or 27th when all of that happened last year. So it's like, okay, like we're in for a wild storm season, and it's scary AF, but yeah. So anyway, yeah. All right. So I'm going to go put my little skincare haul away. I've already started putting stuff in my bag. Like I said, I just want to be over-prepared. I just want to be over-prepared and no worries, ready to go. I've already thought about, I have a feeling I'm going to have to be at the hospital like at 3:34 a.m. Because it's a 10 to 12 hour surgery. I'm going to guess she's going to want to start like at 6 or 7. So I was like, maybe I'll just stay up. They're going to put me to sleep. Maybe I'll just stay up. So we'll see what happens. But yeah. All right, that's it. That's enough jibber jabber. Energy, nervous energy, nervous energy, nervous energy, nervous energy. And then this today, this was, again, God damn. I just want hair. Like, I just want thicker hair. I miss my hair when I was younger. I started losing my hair in my mid-20s. But before that, the couple of years it was long, it was so thick, so voluminous and pretty, and now it's like, it'll be all right. I'm gonna rock the bald. Gonna look like a cue ball because I have a big fucking head. A big head. All right, friends. thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you. Again, if this is your first time you're seeing me, this is not the best one to jump in on. Like, I am literally all over the place, but big scary surgery in a month, 1 month, and I am just losing my mind. So someone's like, hang in there. I was like, I'm doing the best. Like, I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard not to like just have it be every waking minute of the day in my thoughts. And I'm just like, maybe it's just like, I'm like, should I schedule my mammogram? Like, should I call the menopause people? Set myself in the eye. And then earlier today, I was like, where the fuck are my glasses? And I was like, oh shit, they're on my face because this prescription is all wickety whack. And so I have no idea. I told her, I was like, I have no idea what my prescription is going to be when we get to my next appointment in January, because hopefully by then I've lost at least another 50 pounds, if not more. And my blood sugars are down consistently. That would be fantastic. So yeah. Let me know how you're doing. I've been trying not to pay attention to the news. This bullshit with Robert Kennedy and the autism thing just makes my blood boil. It just makes my blood boil. It just makes my blood boil. And for him, whose aunt was institutionalized because she had a mental illness, a disability, for him to spew this kind of bullshit, his poor dad has probably rolled over in his grave so much, he's like just kicked all his bones around or something. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it when there is so much science behind it. I just don't get it. And let me tell you something. I may not have my own kids, but I will be a mama bear for any kid that I need to be. I babysat a boy named Zachary. He was autistic. He could say like a few words. Like he would say crackers, TV, or whatever. And I can remember that interview with his dad. He was like, he's like, you know, he's autistic. I don't know if you've seen, you know, worked with any kids like that. He's like, but you know, it'll probably take a while for him to warm up to you. And like Zachary literally walked over and got in my lap. And he was like, he just looked at me. He's like, you're hired. He's never done that for anybody. And I can remember I would lie in bed with him and he would play with my hair and watch Barney to fall asleep. And when his dad came home that first night, he's like, where's Zach? It's like, he's asleep. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, he's asleep. I said, he's asleep. Because he did shifts and I just worked when he needed me. So sometimes I did the overnight shift. And yeah, I would get him to bed, get him a bath, stuff like that. And he was genius level smart. He just couldn't say it. You know what I mean? So to just spread that kind of rhetoric is just dangerous and unnecessary and harmful to families that are already struggling. There's already a stigma. People already treat families that have kiddos that are, you know, have issues in society like garbage as it is. So yeah. Okay, Misty, that's enough. Shut up. Go. All right. Love you. Bye.